You avoid the party. You make up some excuse. I'm tired. I have plans. But the truth burns inside your chest. You have no gift, no money, and you feel like you don't deserve to be there. Everyone will show up with something wrapped, smile on their face, expectation in the air, and you, empty-handed, as if your empty hands revealed who you really are, as if Christmas were a test and you had failed. You feel shame. It's not shame about money. It's shame about existing like this, small, invisible. You look at the lit-up store windows, happy families exchanging gifts, people laughing, people belonging, and you ask yourself, if I have nothing to give, do I still deserve to be loved? This has a name: scarcity mindset. Napoleon Hill discovered this decades ago. When you believe you don't have, you stop being. It's not about money. It never was. It's about a belief that entered your soul without permission. The belief that your worth is in what you own. You learned this early, maybe watching your parents sacrifice themselves, maybe hearing that those who don't have are nobody, maybe feeling the weight of never being enough. And now Christmas arrives and exposes everything, like a magnifying glass over your deepest wound. You're not hiding lack of money. You're hiding the lack of worth you feel within yourself. Hill said, "You can only give the world what you believe you possess within," and you lost connection with your inner wealth. Your presence became conditional. I'll only show up if I have something to offer. But what if I told you that's the biggest lie you've ever been told? That the most valuable person in a room isn't the one who brings the most expensive gift. It's the one who brings real presence, a present heart. You withdrew because you believed your existence isn't gift enough. But to those who truly love you, it always was. The problem was never the gift. The problem was you believing you're not worthy of being there without it. You thought love was a transaction. Give to receive, prove to belong, pay to exist. But that was never love. It was a marketplace. You turned relationships into negotiations and lost yourself in the process. Every time you avoided the party, you told the world, I'm not worth anything without producing something. Every time you made up an excuse, you reinforced the lie. My presence only has value if it comes with material proof. And the worst part? You started believing it. Not just about Christmas, about everything. You stopped calling friends because you had no good news to share. You rejected invitations because you didn't have the right clothes. You isolated yourself because you believed you needed to be more, have more, look like more. But it was never about having more. It was about being seen as you are. The illusion was this, that the people around you measured you by what you brought in your hands. But the truth that hurts more is this. You're the one who measures yourself that way the most. You created an invisible prison and called it humility, called it not wanting to bother anyone, called it respecting my place. But God never gave you a small place. You're the one who shrank because you confused financial poverty with poverty of soul and decided you didn't deserve to take up space. But I'll tell you something that will hurt. The world didn't reject you. You absented yourself and called it protection. If you made it this far, it's because something in this message hit deep. Maybe you saw yourself in this pain. Maybe you recognize this silent pattern that keeps you away from the people you love. Subscribe now to this channel, because here there's no judgment, only clarity. Every video reveals the truth no one told you, why you suffer, and what God is trying to teach you through it. Psychology, to understand the pain. Spirituality, to transform what hurts into purpose. There's a verse that changes everything. 1 Samuel 16:7. The Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. Read that again. God is not looking at your empty hands. He's looking at what you carry inside. And you know what he sees, someone worthy. The world taught you to measure worth by things, car, clothes, gifts, bank account. But God operates in another economy, the economy of the heart. You think you need to arrive with something wrapped to be welcome, but God received you naked, broken, with nothing, and called you his child. He didn't ask for a resume, didn't ask for proof of income. You know why? Because he doesn't love you for what you produce. He loves you for who you are, and you are his image. Every time you hide because you have nothing to give, you're telling God, your creation is not enough. Every time you absent yourself out of shame, you're denying the value He placed in you. And that hurts God's heart, because He didn't make you to be measured. He made you to be loved, without condition, without transaction. The Christmas the world created is about exchange, but the Christmas God created was about giving. He gave His Son, not because you deserved it, but because He loved you anyway. And now He invites you to do the same, to give your presence, not your performance, your real, raw, unwrapped humanity, because that's what the people around you need. Not an expensive gift, but you, true, present, alive. That's the gift no one can buy. Now comes the scary part, the healing, because healing hurts more than bleeding in silence. But you didn't come this far to stay the same. First action, go to the party, without a gift, without an excuse, just you. It will hurt. Your body will want to flee. Your mind will create 1,000 reasons not to go, but go anyway, because this isn't a Christmas party. It's an act of faith. You're telling the universe, God, yourself, I am enough as I am. When someone asks, where's your gift? Take a deep breath and tell the truth. It doesn't need to be dramatic. It doesn't need to be long. This year has been tough, but I wanted to be here with you. Done. Simple, human, and you know what will happen. 2 scenarios. Either the person will hug you and say, I'm glad you came. If they hug you, or you discovered who truly loves you. If they judge you, you discovered who never deserved your absence. Both scenarios set you free. This action isn't about Christmas. It's about reclaiming the space that was always yours, the space to exist without needing to prove anything. Napoleon Hill said, a mind that is stretched by a new idea can never return to its original dimensions. Your mind is about to expand, because you're going to realize something revolutionary. Your presence was always the gift. You'll sit at that table, you'll laugh, you'll talk, and at the end of the night, someone will thank you for coming, and you'll understand. It wasn't about what you brought. It was about who you are, and you were always enough. Wait, stop everything right now and pay attention to this, because this is going to change the way you see yourself forever. Second action, give what you truly have. And no, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about real presence, time, listening, looking into eyes. Choose one person, someone you love, someone you avoided out of shame, and call them. Don't text, call. Real voice, real connection. And say something you've never said. I missed you. You matter to me. Thank you for not giving up on me, even when I pulled away. 3 sentences. That's it. It will feel awkward at first. Your voice might shake. There might be silence on the other end. But continue, because this call isn't about Christmas. It's about you reconnecting with what truly matters. People, connection, truth. Hill said the greatest wealth in the world isn't in what you own, but in who you touch. You may not have money, but you have a voice. You have a heart. You have presence. And that's worth more than any wrapped gift. You know what happens when you make that call. You break the illusion that you only matter if you come with something. You prove to yourself that your existence is the gift, and there's more. When you offer your real presence, the person on the other end will feel it, because in a world full of empty packages, a present heart is rare. It's sacred. You'll realize you never needed to buy love. It was always available. You just needed to show up, for real, without masks, without shame. So do this today, before you sleep. Choose one person and give them the most expensive gift in the world. You, unfiltered, unafraid, just present. God didn't give you material wealth right now, but He gave you something no money can buy, the ability to truly love. And that, my friend, is the greatest gift anyone can receive. You used to avoid the party. You carried shame as if it were your identity. But now you understand. It wasn't about the gift. It was about the lie you believed, the lie that you only deserve space if you come with material proof. But God never asked for proof. He sees you, empty-handed, broken-hearted, bank account at 0, and still calls you enough, because to Him you always were, not for what you have, but for who you are. The world created measures value in packages, but the Christmas God created measures value in presence, real presence, open heart, sincere look. That's the gift that transforms lives. You don't need to run anymore. You don't need to hide anymore. You don't need to prove anything anymore. You just need to show up. And when you show up, without a gift, without an excuse, just you'll discover something that was always there. You were always loved, not for what you brought in your hands, but for what you carry in your chest. God didn't take money from you to humiliate you. He allowed scarcity to teach you abundance in another way. The abundance of being present, of loving without fear. That's the wealth no one can take away. So take a deep breath and go. Go to the party. Go to the call. Go to life, empty-handed but full-hearted. Because you discovered the secret few understand. The greatest gift you can give, the world isn't in a box. It's in you, alive, present, real. And that, my friend, is more valuable than anything money can buy. You were always the gift. You just needed to believe it. If this message made sense to you, subscribe to our channel. Here, each story reveals why you suffer and what God is teaching you through it. Psychology to understand yourself, spirituality to understand the why behind it. And for you who made it to the end of this video, leave a comment saying, "I am the gift." Because when you declare that, something shifts inside you. God hears, the universe conspires, and you begin to believe in your own worth. Declare it now. I want to see your name down there.